Hello everybody, I just wanted to address everybody real quick at the start of these readings to thank you all for your subscriptions and comments and all of the views that you guys have sent my way. I really appreciate your guys' intention and enthusiasm to all that we do here on this little channel. Very much so. And once again, as we get into your mid-June general readings, please remember that these readings are for entertainment purposes only. I hope you enjoy them. Here we go.
Okay, Taurus, are you ready to go? Thank you for joining me at this moment in space and in time for this, your mid-June general reading. Again, thanks for tuning into this little YouTube channel. I really appreciate all the views and support you guys have shown as this little YouTube channel grows. If you want to check it out, the description box below has some new ways to get in touch with me. I'm on the Facebook, Instagram, and Patreon now if you guys are looking for some added content or just in ways to get in touch with me. I'm not offering private readings as of yet. I'm just a little bit too busy. But right now I want to take some time out to ask Tarot, what are the hidden messages? What are the stuck energies? And what are the healing messages for Taurus for mid-June 2017? Messages for Taurus, mid-June 2017. There we go. All right, Taurus, I hope you guys are all in a place of abundance, joy, clarity, bliss, comfort. You know, whatever's got you stirred up, I hope it's starting to simmer down, so to speak. Hey, good looking, what you got cooking? We're going to set some cards down here, Taurus, and see what's going on for you guys to get right into the content without too much of my blither blather. All right. Please set your intention for this reading. Let's have a look at the card at the bottom of the deck and the overall energy. Oh, look at this. A number 12 major, the Hangman. We don't see this card too often up in the overall energy. So this, to me, is an indication that some of you have come here because a lot of things, there is like a larger decision or sort of a two-path structure to your current journey. There's, like, for some of you, this is like decisions that are going to be made, or for some of you, this is decisions that have been made that directly affect you, and now your reaction is sort of in question, or what are you going to do to accommodate, to adapt, to retrieve even, you know, your footing in some certain situations when we see the Hangman, okay? The Hangman is usually things that are like beyond our control. So, and it's like when they say like major arcana, major life event, yeah, it's true to a point. But when we get a lot of readings and they're coming up heavy in like weekly or monthly readings, when we see the Hangman here, we just this is something that is potentially beyond your control. This is something that we're just going to have to observe or be a part of with little direction of our own influence cannot come into play here, or will not come into play here, seeing this card up in an overall energy. Well, I'm not going to speak on it too much because we're really going to have to dissect that and see what that's all about. It's kind of surprising to me to see it there. It's kind of like, what? Why? Like, Taurus is definitely normally very stable, very steady, well, I don't have to tell you how you are. There's not too much that comes along normally that rocks you or shakes you up because you've designed your life in such a way that it can't be rocked, it can't be shaken, it can't be moved about. So it's surprising to see that come up there. All right, let's start back in the root chakra, see what's, oh, here we go. All right, some of you may have a new boyfriend or girlfriend. Some of you are just at the beginning steps of a new relationship, or some of you may have just hooked up here over the last little while, or will be, or your sort of dreams might be coming true in terms of a crush, you know, expressing to you that they feel the same way about you. So Taurus, the Ace of Cups in the root chakra is spending time with somebody new, spending romantic time with somebody new. The Ace of Cups is a precursor to the Two of Cups, but obviously, right? But the Two of Cups is like that harmonious relationship. The Ace of Cups is kind of like when it's in sort of the design stages, like it's pre-honeymoon phase of a relationship. It's where like those butterflies are still in your stomach, and it's like you're still super uncertain. Maybe it's like very, this is me in grade 9 kind of thing. It's like, oh, does she like me? Oh, I hope she really, cares about me. Or like, oh, he's so cool. I really wish he would ask me to the prom, that kind of thing, right? That's like kind of like this Ace of Cups energy. Not to belittle it or say that's immature, but when it happens in our adult life, it definitely can bring out our innocence. It definitely can bring out that part of us that is childlike, that is like naive sometimes, that is just willing to like accept it for what it is and just like embrace it, and that sort of thing. So it's really good energy. And when I ask what's going on there, so I don't know if there's any real practical. It's not the most grounded card. Some of you may just have to, but you're a grounded sign generally. So there's balance that's to be had here. So let's make sure if we've fallen head over heels for someone, or if we are falling head over heels for somebody, that we just kind of like do it softly, do it like very like kind of commence it with like some practicality, some but I'm not, and I don't want to tell you how to live your love life. So I maybe even just, I'm not even in the right place to like comment on advice for this card. You guys just got to go with it. Just enjoy it. Enjoy this energy that's around you. And when you see it, maybe kick Normad Tarot to the side. So don't analyze the shit out of it. I'm just going to enjoy it. I'm just going to love it. And I'm just going to be with it, right? So that's good energy to have there. Ace of Cups, all right? Followed up in the sacral area by a 7 of Cups reversed, right? All right. Some of you may be feeling like this person is the one for you. This is a dream come true. This is almost like certain people that have like are going to be in relationships now or cutting ties. One of the other signs had maybe not this 7 of Cups, but they had this message of like going through and clearing out like maybe like Tinders or Facebooks or like deleting contacts, because it's like that portion of our life, or like this person or that person has nothing left to offer, and like it's like kind of like, oh, well, we were friends once, or we were lovers once, but no, what, I haven't heard from that person in, half a year or more. So what's the point in me like following this person on Facebook, or, keeping their number in my Rolodex kind of thing. And by Rolodex, I mean smartphone. Sorry, I'm like growing old with the withered sand of this earth. But 7 of Cups energy is kind of like narrowing down the field, like designing for you. We mentioned that before, designing in your life what fits and what doesn't, right? And if it doesn't fit, this card is showing that you guys are almost going to be like kind of effectively kicking it to the curb. Almost like someone who's doing an artistic project, they do that brainstorming phase where they bring in all the ideas all at once, and then they like look at all of them, and then like literally like 4/5 of them just get shoved in the recycling bin or in the trash, and then they take those like 3 or 4 gems, and then they even like, okay, well, that's really awesome. We got something to work with now. We got some meat, we got some substance, and we can do this, right? So whether this is with people, or whether this is with maybe just even your own ideas about what your expectations, or how this relationship is going to take on a life of its own. For those of you, I feel strongly like I'm speaking to Tauruses that are in new relationships, or that could be uncertain about their relationships at this time. This Ace of Cups could be like some of you maybe tempted by somebody new, tempted to leave, but it's like really asking you to reevaluate how much of your heart is into something, right? But it is new beginnings with that, and this is sort of narrowing the field type energy. This is cut and paste or cut and drop type stuff, right? With 7 of Cups. Let's move up to solar plexus. 4 of Swords reversed. Okay. And you guys will be intuitively doing it outwardly. You're not going to leave any of your partners or any of the people of your life second guessing over these next couple weeks. You may not be sure of what's going on or where your next steps would be, but it's almost like you guys are getting out there and exploring it. And people are kind of like, oh, wow, they're noticing certain subtle changes about you, Taurus. And they may just be like kind of momentary. You may be just finding yourself living in the moment, living in the now a lot more with this 4 of Swords, where people you've known a long time may have not be used to you doing this. And for some of you, this Hangman situation, you could be even questioning like more or less like, are my newfound inspirations true? Are they real? Are any of you questioning old belief structures or old belief systems at this time? Or are some of you intuitively just kind of deciding that you're not going to put up with mixed messages from anybody anymore? You're craving direction. You're craving direct, like, knowingness, rather than like, well, this person said so and so about it, that person says this, and this person has this opinion about it. It's like that time for those like kind of split opinions, split energies. It's like the feeling I have is we want very definitive, very black and white, like knowingness about things, about people, and about situations as they unfold with this Four of Swords energy. We're just going to ask for a quick clarifier. And as well, congrats. Some of you, I believe, might have been feeling a little bit down physically. There may have been some sicknesses or some illness that you recently got over. Okay, we got the victory card here now too, and the Ace of Wands. So some of you maybe seem just feeling very much more vibrant again, very much more, a lot of strength returning to Taurus. A lot of, good feeling, because the Ace of Wands is like sexual energy. So maybe some of you, it's time to, what do they call it, seal the deal, right? In terms of like romance. Some of you may be finding yourselves in that position here in June. And Six of Wands is a card of victory, right? Some of you have kind of slayed the dragon or killed the beast or whatever. It could have been an ailment to your physical body, or it could have been something or somebody that was dogging you or that you were at odds with, and finally you just said, I've had enough. I'm off, I'm over it, and I'm gone, right? So that Six of Wands and Ace of Wands energy is very good when we see this in our solar plexus, which is a very important chakra, often overlooked. People, like, because this is our willpower and our intuition. This is like how we can do all the wishful wanting and thinking we want, but until we actually get out there, get the work in and start doing it, we can't have these cards of victory. So this is getting after, getting out and getting it done. So I'm really happy to see this energy here for a lot of you. Okay, so the solar plexus chakra for Taurus, that willpower, that moving forward, that is in alignment. That's spinning very good. So props to you guys. All right, Page of Swords in your heart, really? Okay, has the rumor mill been started regarding new relationships? Has somebody been a little bit jealous, or is somebody feeling on the outs, so they felt the need to sort of maybe talk some untruths, or just go spread the word, oh, did you hear about those two? I heard they spent the weekend together, and right, and they think they have the whole story, and they go out there a big blabbermouth about everything, and then it's just kind of people coming to you or be like, oh, are you involved, or how does that, how were you affected? I heard all this stuff about you, right? That kind of thing. Page of Swords is very sort of nosy type energy. Some readers say it's spying. I just call it nosy, because who's literally going out and spy? You'd go to jail if you're a stalker or a spy, right? But at the same time, Page of Swords, when we look at it, because I know my subscribers are intelligent and good people that are looking for healing, so we don't want to take it to those levels. We just look at Page of Swords here in your heart. It's some of you might just be dealing with a nosy person. It could be an Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra, right? A younger person, right? That maybe is kind of maybe admires you a lot, and then when you go out and you live your life, they kind of unintentionally judge you and then talk about you just because they are smitten with you, potentially, right? With this Page of Swords, this is an energy of someone around you who's very flighty, again, very not grounded. So if we want to internalize Page of Swords, this could lead to a situation where Taurus, probably coming up on summer solstice, you guys could be feeling very cheery, very uplifted. This is probably the least grounded I've seen you guys in almost every single reading since I've started, which is okay to get that way sometimes. You'll get a sense of heightened intuition, a greater enjoyment, and you know what? It's okay to have your head in the clouds sometimes, as long as your feet are planted, firmly on the ground, which you guys don't have that trouble with. So go out, enjoy. These cards are that of one of enjoyment. Go out and just take it all in. Laugh with when situations are funny, right? And Bring yourself to a place where it's like different than what you deal with, week in, week out. Maybe you just have to hop in the car and go somewhere, do something, right? So like nothing becomes fatalistic. You guys can work so hard that sometimes like other people could view you as being fatalistic, where it's just like you can just like turn on the drop of a hat and be like, no, I'm going to go over here and enjoy this for a little while. And, nobody can stop you, because that's the other nice thing about being a Taurus, I am assuming, is that once you start going somewhere, like, it's pretty tough for anybody to say, like, no, don't go there, right? You can't do that. Well, I'm a Taurus. Darn right I can do it, right? Okay. Ooh, 7 swords up here in communication. Be careful of lies, okay, Taurus? Be careful of deceit. Be careful of this energy here. We ask always for hidden messages and healing energies. There could be somebody here that's talking some shit about you, and now it's like kind of reaffirmed, right, in communication. And if you've been involved in the rumor, Taurus, it's time to get out. Just saying, like, if you're telling a story, you don't have all the facts, or if you're like been observing things and then been talking about around the water cooler about it, you gotta get out of it. Okay, but I get more so the sense is like Taurus is the one that's being talked about, or the one that the mistruths are being told to, right? So if somebody is like kind of wanting to draw you in or pick sides based and you don't even have the full story, be very, very wary. I sound like Elmer Fudd. Be very wary of the messages that are coming through. Be very wary of who is telling you what, and to what end, to why they're motivated to tell you such things. It's almost like you guys are going to have to be kind of like gumshoes or sleuths or detectives about the spoken word, about what is real, what is candy-coated, what is, just so absurd that, like, no way, we have to fact-check it. We got to get out the Google machine and be like, I don't believe that bullshit. What, how, what, that kind of thing. I'm hearing those kind of words just where it's kind of less, okay, oh yeah. And you know what I heard? It's less of that where you're just kind of like, what, come on, what, get real, that kind of thing. So just look out for those people in your environment and in your communications. Before we're accepting anything and before we're speaking anything authentically, let's make sure it's been fact-checked. Okay. Oh, what's up with the swords now, guys? Because, look at this. Now, this is up in third eye, our soul-searching area. You guys may just be feeling at wits with something, or you may be feeling judged at present time, or you may be feeling like people are excluding you or ganging up on you, potentially. This is not so much like in your love life now area. This is almost like energy's getting old and people like getting maybe a little bit jealous, or the fact that you can remain a bit of a mystery to people. In this general time that we're entering into astrologically for collective is going to have a lot of dum-dums and ding-dings getting really mad and trying to exclude people who are very down-to-earth, who are very intelligent, and who are very sensitive, or, not very sensitive, but at least sensitive to the finer understandings in life, sensitive to the finer intricacies of how communication, development, relationships work. And people are going to be like, well, they don't get me. It's almost like there are going to be people out there where their true selves are going to be shining through because they come up against an unmovable, stable, beautiful object that is you. And when they come up against that, people tend to react so differently. They can react 7 of swords. They can react 5 of swords. They'll lie to you. They'll cheat to you. They'll try and take from you, right? And 5 of swords is they might not be like, they'll go behind your back and try and make up a story about you so that they get more people on their side, doubting on you or not liking you or that kind of thing. And I'm sorry, Taurus, that happens sometimes when we're very in tune, when we are very kind of ascending, going the right direction. We have those understandings of life that work for us, that never let us down. And there are other people that just don't get it. We try to tell them, maybe they've denied themselves, and they come up against you. And then there's like this envy or this jealousy that's created. We've got a lot of green up in this reading. More so, like green in this deck is very subtle, but it kind of like it really creeps in there. And it's okay. Like we haven't got a lot of pentacles for earth signs. So the green that we're seeing in these air signs, in these cups and these swords And in the Hangman, it's more so like coming up in terms of like the envy and jealousy, which is a really negative thing that we need to like allow it to subside, get it out of the way. We gotta swim through it, kind of thing, right? Because we don't like it, right? But there's some good emotion here. Like this here is like, as long as you guys are staying grounded and in touch with your emotions, it's nothing you can't handle. You may just need a brief explanation. It's like, why can people be just so dumb, right? Why do people act so immature and so negatively around me all the time? And it's because you're the beacon, you're the lighthouse. That is not that, okay? So here, justice reversed in from source. All right. So it's kind of like we gotta like kind of be fair to these people, but at the same time we're not taking any of their shit. We're not taking any of their guff, but we're not gonna like berate them or like shove them down either. We just have to like kind of continue to be the beacon while, you know, kind of kicking the dirt out from around us so that, you know, the bugs aren't, you know, crawling all over. Like people, you know, these things aren't harming us, right? If it's feeling unjust to you, what people around you are doing, you are kind of being called to put a stop to it, all right? This is almost like a source test, a crown test. This, and justice reversed has a cool meaning. It's like nothing lasts forever. Nothing is ever etched in stone. It's never permanent. It's never written in stone. Justice needs to occur, and whatever injustice is occurring with this page 7 and 5 of swords, it's not going to last forever. You have probably the chance to put a stop to it by cutting, certain people, certain ideas, notions, or even places you go out of your life, and do what you want, do what brings you joy, right, with Ace of Cups, and do it very effectively, very assertively, and then because these swords here can work for you, we can put this sword energy back to work for you. And remember that if it's feeling so overwhelming, like you're like, oh my god, I'm losing friends, or oh my god, I just don't get along with people I really appreciate anymore for the next little while, just let it subside, just be an observer of it. And then our hopes is that it's just going to like sort of hit the deck or like be gone and done with here in the near future. I don't really have any advice on how you can really deal with this other than to just keep your head on a swivel and be alert of it, right? And be very discerning of it. Swords are good. Let's put them to work for us. Our discernment, right? Our understanding and the actual cutting out of these things, right? Because we do have 4 of swords here, and this was a good energy. This one actually came up in the reversal with some pretty powerful clarifiers behind it, with these wands behind it, which are really good. So it's kind of like, you know, you're going to be the one, like, don't run to anybody these next 2 weeks. Do your own thing and let people come to you. If they want to know the truth, they'll come to you. If they want to get some help, they'll come to you, right? Why are you going to go out of your way to help somebody that in his turn going to say, well, that person just was super demonstrative and, you know, was micromanaging my shit. People griping at you, right? I'm sorry, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't read so much in the AM. You and Aries were last, so you guys got these readings in the AM, which is very untypical of me, but I get what I get. I make no bones about it. And speaking of getting what you get, look at this. Last sign I read for, because I read in order. I think you're the only ones to pull 2 cards. And so you get extra bonus, right? You've got the tick-tock, card number 30, tick-tock of clock. And card number 37, never-ending story. Let me pull these just a little bit closer for you guys. All right? I've been reading from the guide for this round of readings just to get you guys these messages that were created. Let's start with number 30, tick-tock goes the clock, okay? Timeless, divine timing, immeasurable time. When humans created time, everything changed and contracted. People have come to look at life in a linear way, imagining that the past is behind them and the future is ahead of them. But what if that isn't true at all? What if everything, creativity, beauty, chaos, and order were all happening now in a glorious timelessness? You have all the time in the world to co-create the life you desire. So release your agenda. Let go of your needs to shape each moment to your own expectations, knowing that what is yours will never be withheld from you. Miracles are here right now and always show up when you need them, right on time. Okay? So that's going to mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people, I feel, right? I could have a whole different YouTube channel. I talk about the 4th dimension of time and, you know, what it's all about. But I won't profess to that right now and allow it to take over your reading. Just take that message, whatever it means to you, and you can search up even more. Go fact check some situations about, you know, how kind of getting out of the linear ways of thinking and the time can definitely promote you and get some healing into your life if you need it. Okay, Taurus? Let's just go on here now to 37, The Never-Ending Story. Some of the older viewers might remember that movie from when they were kids, right? Where they go out and save the universe. All right. Self-criticism, the wounded ego, and unnecessary dreams. There is a story woven through the imperfect fabric of life that tells of hurt and loss, rejection and humiliation, self-loathing and arrogance, all manner of suffering born of unnecessary drama. Is the old stories who refrain that you cannot do this. You must not go there. You should not say that, lest your world come crumbling down. Right? The Chicken Little thing we talked about. Today, know that none of that is actually true. The sky is not falling. The voice you hear is just a small, scared, conditioned part of you that got stuck in a lie that wants to protect you and needs to be seen as a victim. Love that lost a piece of you. Fear is all it knows. Distorted guidance is preventing you from being true to yourself. You are not your story, and the narrator is simply the voice of your fearful part, small and vulnerable and easily soothed. So that speaks of egos running out of control. I saw it more of externally, people like talking about you in the rumor mill, right? But if you guys are having trouble like getting the ego to be subsided, and if you're coming up against things that are like overwhelmingly adverse, it's almost like we need to like kind of drop the ego into the pool of time and get into a place of like stillness and timelessness with our higher self. Okay, Taurus, a bit of a mixed bag, and for those of you that are in those new relationships, don't analyze the shit of it. Just go with it. Just enjoy it. Just love it. And if you got people coming in on you trying to, ruin your day, at the same time, you just got to turn your back to the wind and let those people just blow away. Okay? Taurus, I love you all, and we'll see you next time.